Salutations, hello, hi, and welcome to Basic Public Speaking. I'm Christy Thomas. I'm your professor and instructor for this course, and this is our final video chat for our course this semester. I want to start this video off by saying thank you. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to get to know you through your videos that you've submitted and sharing your thoughts and your knowledge with me. So thank you for that. Now, let's begin, shall we? Since this is our final week of the course, next week is finals week itself, we're just going to discuss the last remaining things that you have due. So you have the Cannon's Rhetoric Round 2 questionnaire due, same as the Round 1 questionnaire. You're just applying what you have taken from this course to this questionnaire. Now, Wednesday, May 7th, which is next week, by noon, your final speech is due. Your final speech is a persuasive speech. There's a module there with all the details. Let's discuss the technical requirements. You have to have 2 verbal citations, and again, they can be from the same source. They just can't be like the same paragraph. And you can have fun with it too and do like little group studies or test studies and whatnot. If you're doing something that could use that for the citation of that, just put who volunteered as a tester, a subject, or a questionnaire, whatnot. You could also do paper questionnaires or like emails, but anyway, just include whom your test group was for that citation, so you can have fun with it. It doesn't have to be super strict. Your persuasive speech, and if you remember, persuasive speech is you're trying to get your audience to change an attitude, belief, or a value. But really, the bare bones of it is you want your audience to align with what you're putting out there. So whatever you're trying to convince your audience of, you want them to align with you. It could be who, you know, the best book in a series, or the best film in a franchise, or it could be why this place is the best place to eat, this place is the best place to get, you know, or this is why this is the best car, or why this is the best shoe. And it can be other things like this is the best pizza, these are the best fries. But you can also do, you could be, you know, why we should add a turning lane here, or a stop sign here, or why the school day should be shortened, or the school week should be shorter, whatever the case may be here. And you can also do more politically charged speeches, which are, you know, if you watch politicians or during election time, there are all kinds, the speeches are usually very politically charged with whatever their platform is, the yay or the nay, or why we need to tighten on this and not do this, or loosen, you know, this or that. So you can also go that route. But I don't want you to think a persuasive speech has to be a political speech. You can have fun with it too, and tell me why this fast food joint is the best fast food joint, or why these people have the best burgers. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't have to. You can have fun with it. So back to technical requirements of 2 verbal citations. So because there's 2 verbal citations, you will have to do a works cited MLA format, and just tack that on to the outline. An outline is due. There is a separate link for the outline works cited world, and then one for the video as well, just to make it a little easier on you, so you're not having to like try to scramble both into two into one. Which if you do, that's fine. I try to make things as little less complicated as possible, if that's possible. The outline, you can use the one that I have up on Blackboard, or you can do your own, whatever makes you happy. When it comes to the works cited, I'm a big fan of using tools available. So I know there are apps and websites that you can literally plug and chug your information, and it generates a citation for you. You can copy and paste that and put that at the bottom of your outline. So, boom, a magic is done. Time limit, about 2 minutes-ish minimum. If you go past that, don't stress. I'm not worried about over. It's the under. If you fall a little under, no big deal. It's when you're hitting below 1.5 minutes, 1 minute and 15 seconds. There are little issues with time and getting your point across, especially in persuasive speeches when you have multiple citations. To really gather your audience and to really give them the information that they need to make a decision based off what you've given them, 2 minutes is pretty good for a minimum. So just be aware of that. Say it out loud, record yourself once doing it, and check the time limit. So with that being said, again, this week dates are April the 28th through May the 2nd, and finals week is May 5th through the 9th. So within this time, you have round 2 Canons of Rhetoric due, and then you also have by noon on May 7th of finals week the final persuasive speech due for this course. I also want to add that if you are missing anything whatsoever, you have till noon May 7th. But please be aware. I have put this on announcements and I've made videos with the statement. I will not accept any work past noon on May 7th. So if you know you're going to be out of town, or you got this or got that, please make sure you're getting this work submitted, because I will be doing my grading process to submit to ACTC. This gives me enough time to get everything submitted to ACTC, and then those grades be distributed. Especially if you're a dual credit student, we have to get those grades into the schools that you attend. So just be aware of dates. So these last 2 weeks is April 28th through May 2nd, and then May 5th through the 9th, excuse me. I say 7th because that's your final cutoff date. May 7th, Wednesday, noon, everything is due. So if you've missed some assignments, if you've been a little, things that come up and get me, I understand. We were plagued with flu and all kinds of stuff back in February, March world, and I get it. In life, I get it. I completely understand. And I'm pretty lenient and I'm pretty chill, and I'm easy to work with when it comes to due dates and submissions. But this is the one that I will stick by, is May 7th by noon. That's a Wednesday. Next week, everything is due. So if you're missing anything, if you think you're missing anything, reach out to me and we can double check. Everything is up to date minus what was just submitted with the final storytelling. I'm going to get to that. I hope to have that done by end of day on Tuesday or end of day Wednesday. And that's March 29th, 30th. I'm like getting ahead of myself because I just filled out May's calendar in my house. So my mind's in May. And I said March. It's April 29th and 30th. I should have the final storytelling grade updated to Blackboard. But if you are confused or think you may be missing something, or it looks like it is, email me. I will triple, quadruple check for you to make sure that everything is ready and good to go. So again, the weeks of April 28th through May 2nd and May 5th through the 9th are your last weeks. May 5th through the 9th is final week for ACTC. Everything is due by noon on Wednesday. So you only have 2 things left to do. That's the second round questionnaire and the final speech. If you've not done any of those things, use this as a work week. If the dates have confused you, because I think I've gone back and said March a few times, we're not in March. I am so sorry. But April 28th through May 2nd, May 5th through May 9th. So you have a week and a half to get these final 2 things submitted. And if you're missing anything, you have till May 7th noon. If you have any questions or concerns or just need to chat, please email me. I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. I hope that you have a fabulous day and an amazing week. And again, I want to thank you all so much for allowing me the opportunity to get to know you through your videos. And if you are graduating this spring, congratulations. If you are getting closer to your goals, congratulations. And I hope you all have an amazing summer. Thank you so much. Bye.